All right. So a project setup. Again, this is even more boring, but when you want to set up a project, so first of all, it's important to pick the right template that will give you some of the default settings that you won't need to worry too much about later. Like if you are in a mechanical template or construction template, it's a bit different than architectural template. It may be the sheets it will give you by default, maybe the units it will set up, maybe the dimensioning style. But it's always important to be in the right template. So the first thing is template. Then is the project units. So if you are on manage and under there, you can go look for units. And then through here, you can change your units to whatever you need to have. Or you can press UN. It will open the same thing. And you can decide if you want to work in metric systems or imperial systems or millimeters or meters or that kind of thing you can change from here. Dimension styles is another thing that will come by your default template that you open, but you can also access them and change them later if needed. You can then the sheets and views are created here in the project browser. You can go in and add more when you need them. You can also create title blocks. So let me just open so under sheets we have nothing there right now. I can right click, say a new sheet. A0 metric is a default, it's giving me, I can load more families into, but for now I'm just gonna say that. This is a default sheet the Revit is giving me. I can set the title blocks and everything, and then define work sets down here. So this is what's called project setup. When you are in a not design environment, in a like an office environment, before starting anything, all these elements are defined for a project, then you will go in and use them. The last thing was the work sets that you will probably not use them in school, but down here it's grayed out for now. When you are, especially when you are sharing stuff between different people or different offices, you define your work sets so that the walls, the shells, the interior stuff, the mechanical stuff, structural stuff, each of them is in its own work set. So that if I'm working on the shell work set, somebody's working on the mechanical work set, we are not interfering. And if I need to hide everything on one of them, access the other one, delete one of them, or do something that is a bit more complicated, each of them is very well defined in their own, in a way, layers. So work sets are kind of layers that you have in Revit. That was project setup.